Okay, Grace, is Grace here? No. Okay, Joseph, what kind of pattern is this? Joseph, what kind of stick pattern is this?
I don't know. Is this evening star or is this? But I'm not sure.
Evening star. No, I thought the evening star is a 3 candlestick pattern, having the middle candle being the evening star. The middle one is referred to the evening star particularly.
Okay.
But evening star is a 3 candlestick pattern. So this is out of it. Okay, who can help him? Who can answer for this?
Okay, let me try.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir?
Top.
I can't hear you. Hello?
Tweezer, 2 to the top. Tweezer.
No, this is not tweezer stop.
Hello?
This is not tweezer stop.
Okay.
Bolaji, what candlestick pattern is this? Joseph, I don't think my audio is breaking. I don't know. Is my audio breaking? Is anyone experiencing the same thing?
Nope.
I don't know if you can hear me, but your audio is breaking over here.
I can hear you, but I don't know. Is mine breaking there?
Blessing on my network.
I can hear you clearly though. So Bolaji, what candlestick pattern is this? If I low you, Bolaji, what candlestick pattern is this? Bolaji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what candlestick pattern is this?
I'm not sure.
This is a bearish engulfing candle now. We've talked about this severally. Because I did not pull weeks. This is a bearish engulfing, and we've talked about this severally. Okay. Let me draw tweezer stop for the person who answered for tweezer stop. This is what the tweezer stop looks like. If you notice tweezer stop, the candles are always short and with wicks above. I'm trying to draw a tweezer stop. The tweezer stop would most likely look like this. It's tails. Okay. Please, are we following? So I can't get a perfect week here. Well, it would have a week above. Let me see if I can put something else. Sorry, I can't get a perfect week, but a Twizzler stop would have weeks above. Would have weeks above. This is not. Let me show you with Google. Twizzler stop. This very one is very wrong. This is not correct. This very one is wrong. This is what a Twizzler stop looks like. Let me look for it. Okay, I can see this. Yeah, this is a Twizzler's bottom. So you can see it's way different from the Twizzler's bottom they have here. Twizzler's bottom does not have wicks above it. The wicks are below. Let me try zooming into this. This is a Twizzler's top. You can see they have equal body length and equal wicks. It might not be perfect, but it will most likely be equal. Equal body and equal wicks. So what I drew the other time was simply a bearish engulfing candle. So it's simply a bearish engulfing candle. Okay, Omobolaji, what candlestick pattern is this? This very one.
Doji. Doji.
Okay, what type of doji is this?
Gravestone.
Nope. A gravestone would have its crossing here. This is just simply a doji. It looks like a gravestone, but not directly a gravestone doji. This is what a gravestone doji looks like. Gravestone doji. Okay, this is a gravestone doji. Okay, I'm giving someone 500 MB for a person who can answer this question. Aside faiths, if you're using MTN, okay, whichever network, if you can answer this question, I have 500 MB for you. The first person to answer. What do I have behind me? Aside Bolaji too. The first person to answer correctly. What do I have behind me?
Goose and bear.
Correct. Please send me your number and network you use.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
For those who did not see, that's it. A bull and a bear. And what does that symbolize, Bolaji? Bolaji,
Sorry, can you come again?
what
Yes.
does that symbolize? A bull and a bear. What I have above me, what I have on top of my head.
The bullish and bearish candle.
What does a bear mean in the market?
Okay.
The animal, the bear, what does it mean? Huh? You've not been doing your homework. Yeah, I don't want us to waste much time tonight. Joseph, are you still with us?
Am I still answer? I start heading down.
Hmm?
Prices are heading down.
You said?
I said it means the price are heading down.
Are heading down. The bear symbolizes a falling market or a market going down. So you're correct. I just needed to hear. Sorry, I have little technical issues here. Just a minute. Okay, let's continue. So I told us to go and make research on certain candles. I would still be explaining everything here. I just wanted kind of interactive class at least for not to waste our time. We stopped at morning star. So the next on my list here is the evening star. The evening star. I'll be trying that quickly. The evening star. I told us the morning star, just a quick recap, is a 3 candlestick pattern that symbolizes a falling market. The 3 candlestick pattern that symbolizes, sorry, the morning star, a rising market, sorry. It's morning, so we're expecting a rise. Dawn. Okay. This is what an evening star looks like. Not necessarily small bodies with a long bullish, no. But at least this should be bullish. This should be bullish. It's a 3 candlestick pattern. This should be bullish at least. So we have the market going in this direction. Let me draw the path. Let's see, we have this is for evening star. We have the market going in this direction. And let's say you've done the analysis, maybe there's a break in structure and you see this. Then this symbolizes an entry for you to sell. And this would most likely happen when you see this. This would most likely happen. You see a break in structure, a retest, then an impulsive move down. Do you have any question on this? Any question on this? Okay, I want to believe there's no question. An evening star symbolizes a falling market. That is a reversal in the market to the downside, not to the upside now, not to the upside. For the morning star, it symbolizes a rise in market to the upside. Okay, the next on my list, I'm trying to rush, so we'll cover up with candlesticks, so we can move to something else. Next on my list is the hammer. The hammer takes the market upward. It hammers the market upward, like I would like to say. Let me find book. Like that, those books. That's sorry for that. System is giving me headache, big one. Okay. Hammer is like this. This is what I should just give you guys to go and read, but a lot would not. Most of you would not, because we're spending too much time here. This should not be. It should not be. If I tell you to go and read this, a lot of people would not want to. You find it boring. Everyone wants to make money, but no one wants to study. Okay, this is what a hammer looks like. It can be in a bearish form or a bullish form. It can be in a bearish form or in a bullish form. But this pattern is small body and a long wick. The wick should be at least 2 times the body. Take note, the wick should be at least 2 times the body. So this is a hammer. Then the opposite of, okay, a hammer takes the market upward, like I've said earlier. So you most likely have something like this for a hammer. So this should tell you that when you see a hammer at the end of an uptrend, it is invalid. It might work well for you, but a hammer at the end of an uptrend is invalid. Is invalid. So where do we use a hammer? At the end of a downtrend. At the end of a downtrend. Sorry. So at the end of a downtrend, somewhere around here, in fact, this stuff should not be like this. Let me take this down. Have something like this. So if you should see this at the end of an uptrend the other way, then this pattern is wrong. It is invalid. So you do not consider that as a hammer. Then the opposite of a hammer, the next is what? The hanging man. Some would say the shooting star. I think I prefer the name hanging man. Like I said, it can be in any form. It can be in any form, either bearish or bullish pattern. It does not matter. What matters is the body and the wick. The wick is at least 2 times the body. The wick is at least 2 times the body. So you'd most likely have something like this happening. And it forms at the end of an uptrend. This one now forms at the end of an uptrend. If you see this at the end of a downtrend, it is not a valid one. You can pick it and be lucky, but it is not a valid hanging man. It is not a valid hanging man. So this is how the hanging man looks like. Some would call it a shooting star. So let me see what I have next on my list. Okay, the harami pattern. Some would say the harami is like, it looks like a pregnant woman carrying a child, because you have the one in front smaller to the one at the back. Okay. This should be blue. This is the bullish harami. This is the bullish harami. It comes with, if this meeting ends, the meeting will end in 10 minutes. So you join again with the same link. Join with the same link. So this is a bullish harami. It comes with a very long bearish candle with a fast move into an area of demand or an area of value. I'll be teaching us what an area of value means the time when we're talking about support and resistance zone. It comes with a full force into an area of value, and then forms a small bullish candle after. A small bullish candle after. So now this looks like a mother and a child. This is very big and this is very small. It covers this completely. Then you'd have things like this coming up after. You'd most likely have something like this coming up after. So do you understand this? Okay, this is the close of a candle. Please take note. So this is bearish now. It closes above. It can't close on the same length. Yeah, we most likely have something like this. Then the direct opposite of this is also a harami, but a bearish harami. This is a bullish harami. Harami is a two candlestick pattern. So we're referring to this and this, like a mother and a child. A mother and a child. So we're referring to this and this. So now I'm going to draw the bearish harami. This is a bullish. I want to draw the bearish harami now. I'll still be using this. Please, if you have any question, let me know in time before I go too far. This is a bearish harami, just the direct opposite. The direct opposite. So you'd most likely have something like this after. You most likely have something like this after. Candlesticks just confirm our entry, they confirm our strategies and give us entries. You do not just predict alone using candlesticks. So you do not just see a harami popping up and then you just say, okay, it's time to sell or it's time to buy. No, these are just entry signals. These are just entry signals when combined well with other strategies. So the next on my list, I'm trying to rush. I've shown us the tweezer stop. So the opposite is the tweezer's bottom. I don't think would there still be need for me drawing that. I drew the tweezer stop earlier. Let me just show us on Google so do not waste time. Tweezer stop. Okay, I showed us that this, where is it? This is a wrong tweezer stop. To me, this is not a valid tweezer stop. This is a correct tweezer stop. This one is very wrong. This is not a tweezer stop. This is a tweezer stop. The same body, the same wick. It might not be perfect. It might not be this perfect. Okay, this is a tweezer stop. This is a tweezer stop. This is a tweezer stop. This very pattern is a tweezer stop. It might not be this perfect, but it should be close to this, and you might have series of candles forming this way. What this simply means is buyer's exhaustion. The buyers are tired. Let's say they started buying from here and they got to this point. You can see that it started forming weeks above. That is, the buyers took it up to this level. I think let me just draw this on trading view. Let me just draw this to explain better here. Okay. Yeah, this is a tweezer stop. So you'd most likely have something like this happening. So this is a tweezer stop. If you have the wicks at the bottom, it is not a tweezer stop. That is a tweezer's bottom. And let me just explain this perfectly so you understand. The buyers, sorry, this is wrong. This is wrong. The color is wrong. This should be blue. This should be blue. And this should be red. This should be red. Okay, perfect. We have the buyers buying from this point, Started buying from here and it kept going up, up, up. Now they bought up to this level. They bought up to this level, but they got tired and the sellers sold down and the market closed here. The buyers actually started buying from the bottom here. It went up. Now, okay, this single candle now, I want to interpret it somewhere else. Just that single candle. This is what it will look like. Draw. Here. You can say I'm in line with this other end, so you'd understand. Let me zoom out a little. I'm in line with that other end, so you'd understand. I'm in line with this end, this candle to the top of the candle. So I'm trying to explain. So the buyer started from here, it kept going up, down, up, down. They got to the peak, but the sellers closed at this level. That is why we have a wick on top. Not like the buyers did not take it to this level. They did, but they could not sustain the price. The sellers brought it down to this closing level. To this closing level. The same thing happened for this bearish candle. They took it up, the buyers took it up to this price, and now it is now even closing below. This should be something like this. It is now even closing below the previous one. So this is sellers exhaustion. That is, the sellers are tired, they are exhausted. Sellers exhaustion. This is just the interpretation of this candle. It started from here. You can see it's on the same level. I made the same level with the candle so you understand. They sold, so they bought rather, the buyers. They bought up to this level, which is its peak, the maximum point, and the sellers took over and closed here. Fine, in the first candle, they could not bring it completely down. The buyers took over again from this second candle. After the sellers brought it down, buyers exhaustion now, then the sellers brought it down. The buyers are exhausted, the buyers are tired. Then the sellers brought it down to this